Thanks so much for dropping in. Today I have a Commodore 64 to look at. It's one that, and you know, once again I say I'm not going to get anything else. But, you know, things happen. Especially when people out there who really aren't interested in such machines know that I am, and then they torment me. So, because there are people, of course, who, you know, if they find them at thrift stores or storage lockers or something, and they're like, they don't care, but they're just trying to get anything for them. And so, this is the story of this 64. From the looks of it, I don't know if you can see, this dust cover has been on here for a very long time because the impression of the keys is really almost, well, not burned in, and also the lines, but certainly it's there. I've not taken it off to look at it before. Ah, there we are. Yes, and the impressions are still there. It's good to make a good impression. So this one looks, well, not bad. It's rather yellowed, you know, or maybe it was in the house of a smoker. I'm going to do something different. Oh, look, you know, one of the secrets I say about, you know, not getting wrapped up in, or getting the area full of stuff is to put things away. And of course, do I do that? No, not yet, but I will. Anyway, mostly what I do with a 64 like this is I just turn on and wait for the smoke cloud. See what I can see. This one, I'm going to do it a little differently. There are indeed 3 original screws in this board. One. So I'm assuming this is a large board 64, and looking at it, oh, it's an old one, because it has a 5-pin video connector. I don't know for how long they use them, but certainly eventually they were gotten rid of. Okay, so there are the 2 screws, 3 screws. And as I try and open this, it is putting up a bit of a fight, and I don't like breaking the fingers. If I can. Oh yes. Alright, so keyboard off, LED off. Everything looks intact. Everything is in sockets. And what we have here is indeed an original, as people call them, Breadbins. This is a 326-298 Revision A. Copyright 1982, Commodore 64. Some people, of course, who know much about this, this is bigger on this board, this cover. It covers more things. It is. Everything, as I say, is in sockets that are of a significant nature. It is. These things mean things up here. I'm not sure exactly what they mean. So anyway, this does look fairly early. The board looks not terrible. Serial number is 114709, so, you know, oh, it's made in Canada. It is. It doesn't look like it's had any major work done to it ever. Let's see, the date on some of the chips. Oh, the date on the chips are quite, I think, well, 5282, 2882. The PLA chip doesn't act, it's an early one. It just has the number little. The SID chip is a 5082, so definitely 1982. Not early in 1982. But then, of course, the question is, does it work? And now, of course, that I'm sitting here thinking about this, does it work? I don't have the right cable hooked up here. I do not. I have a second video cable around here. I think it is here. And I think what I should do, see, I'm sure you can't see this, it's a 5-pin, but it was an 8-pin. And it has been hacked down. And I'm not sure that that's a good thing or not. But it did seem to work. You know what I might do? Yes. I might try, excuse me, to turn this monitor around. You see, on the back of the monitor, there is where the cable plugs in, and the colors do match up to the to what's on the cable, because these are Commodore cables. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to plug the yellow into the yellow, and I'm going to plug the white into the white. Make sure that they're secure. And then I'll put this over here, excuse me again. I will turn the monitor around. I think this will. I'll turn it on, and I'll put this to the composite setting rather than the separate setting. Now, as I've not hooked up a 64 with this cable, etc., to this monitor in this way, I'm assuming if there's anything good to be found or bad to be found, at least I should see a flash. I should. I may have to do a little more tinkering to ensure what's right. But without further ado, by the way, I did eyeball the fuse. It does seem to be good. I'm going to turn this on. And I see absolutely, oh, well, you know what? I know where I see absolutely nothing. I did not plug the video cable in. So the machine is off again. What's going on here? Hello. I'm going to put the video cable in. That should help tremendously. I will turn it on. Okay, something is happening. Shaboom. One appearing to be working Commodore 64. But is it working? Well, that's a good question. It does seem to be. That sound it's making means that the volume on the monitor is, of course, turned up quite high, and that's a typical SID chip sound. Now, I don't have my testing stuff right here, but it does appear at first glance that it's working. But, you know, just because somebody gets a 64 and turns it on and it's, you know, comes up like this, it doesn't mean it's okay. There's a chance it's fine. There's a good chance it's fine. But certainly the video would be working. The SID chip could be dead. Excuse me. The 6526 chips, they control different things, and they can be partially dead or completely dead, or they can be working. So certainly this is looking very promising, but I do need to test further to see what's what. But I am pleased, as this is, well, not the earliest of boards, and actually there were 3 versions of this board from what I know. It was revision A, B, and C. And this is a revision A, which people would think, oh, that must be the oldest and the rarest, but it isn't. I've only ever seen one B version, revision, and many C's and lots of A's. The B was in the Butterfield 64. That the machine I had that did indeed have, from what I know, I haven't checked lately, but the lowest known serial number ever, anywhere, anytime, any place. There were, I think, as I said, I think there were 3 machines that were pre-production, and their serial numbers were basically on like a mailing label stuck on the bottom. Which this all makes sense, because I think when Jim gave this to my brother Richard, he told him, well, it's the 4th 64 ever made. That could be right. I don't know. I mean, the number, it wasn't like 4 or whatever. But anyway, it was, maybe it was the 14th, or I don't know. But anyway, the number didn't match up with that, but who knows? Who knows how accurate they were and how many labels actually got onto machines. I don't know. Anyway, this, I'm just going to touch the chips. And nothing feels extraordinarily overly hot that I can see or feel. That is a good sign. Actually, the display looks very crisp, which for the very first, very, very early 64s, that was not the way it was. It just wasn't. They were, even on a really good monitor, such as this, the display looked like crap. It did. Well, you know what I'm going to do? And the power switch works very well. I'm going to take this. I'm going to plug in the LED. And I'm going to put the keyboard back in play. It's funny, sometimes I hear stories of things being plugged in the wrong way on other systems. Oh, I hate that. I hate that. Please don't break the fingers. Oh, come on. Why can't you just go on nice? Just a second here. It's not going on nice. Oh. Well, it's on. Okay, I'm going to turn it back on. And it still works. I'll try punching something, and that seems good. Oh. Hello. Well, let's see. Let's poke 53280, 0, and poke 53281. There, it's black and it's white. Now wait a second. Just a second. I'm going to reset that. I did not set the character color to white. Unless I did it accidentally. Okay, that's white. Okay, maybe I did it accidentally. Just thought, see, sometimes if the characters come up not quite right on the opening thing, it means that there can be a chip that is on the wonky side. Anyway, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to write a program. 10 for I. Everybody uses I don't know why. Equals 1, 2. Oh, no. 0 to 15. Got to think about what I'm doing here. 20. Poke 53280, comma, I. 30. Poke 53281, comma, I. 40. Go to 10. Now, oh, sorry, that is not right. 40. Next, I. Let's just see what that does. It should be very quick. or what have I done? Oh, next. There, yes, indeed. It did change all the colors very quickly. But that is too quick. So that's why we number things with space in between. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? Oh, this is going to be sexy. I'm going to put in 99 end, and I'm going to put in 100 for J equals 1, 2, say 499, colon, that's a semicolon, colon, next, J. And then 110, I'm going to put return. And if you, for those programmers, you know what I'm doing. I have created a subroutine, and I'm going to say go sub 100. And in 35, I'm going to say go sub 100. And then I'm going to list this program. So I'm going to do a loop. Yes, I am. Now it should do the colors, but do them slower. Well, that's kind of remarkable, isn't it? Everything looks kind of like a shade of gray. Interesting. And when I do, interesting. Yes. So I'm wondering, do we have the right cable or the right thing plugged into this cable? Just a moment. Let's see what we have now. No. Avalanche. I'm going to pull out. All of the cables out. And I'm going to switch over to the separate input. Which, of course, right now all right. Interesting. So we are not seeing colors. But it's funny because it looks like when I first turned it on, maybe I was. Shorten that loop. Well, we're seeing shades of gray. Okay, so maybe there's trouble with the video chip in this. You know what I'm going to do, even though it's going to lose that exceptional program, is I'm going to set that here and pray that I'm not full. I'm going to grab another 64 here that I believe is okay. We'll find out. It may also be that this butchered video cable is robbing us of something that we need. I don't think so. Let's turn this on. And I will try and get red. Oh, 53280, 3. And indeed we have shades of gray. Let me have a look at this 64. This, how many pins? 5 pin. Oh dear. I'm suspecting that this cable, somehow in the butchery, something has gone wrong. But until I find another 5-pin video cable, because this too is a 5-pin machine that I know has not been butchered, I do not know. So, interesting. Well, I have a 64 that works, I think. I need to check on this machine, as well as this machine, with another cable. You know what I could do? Just a second here. No, sorry. I was just going to get the one out of the box up there. It doesn't work. I know it doesn't work, so there's no point. I think I have a cable issue. I think. Oh well. Oh, wait a second. No. Stand by. This 64 that I put the dust cover on is the working one. It's now temporarily sitting in the wrong box. Because the other one had the funky joystick connector thing. Where is the video cable? Alright, so this one did work. I'm suspecting we're going to see another this is the one with the wonky power switch. See, it's funny, it almost looks like it has a hint of the blue there, but I'm sure, yes, we have shades of gray, which we did not have with the other cable with this monitor. We did not. So, I suppose in isolating things, it either means the cable is wonky, or perhaps there's something weird with the monitor. But I don't think so, because I know we did have, with the other cable, the 8-pin cable, I'm pretty sure we had color. You see how I get bogged down in things. Alright, because it said that, and because I really don't want to diddle around with this forever, I am going to take the 8-pin cable and plug it in very carefully to this video output. And then, give me just a moment, I am going to pull this cable out. plug in the 8-pin cable so we can get an answer right here, right now. I've asked you what is up with this. Okay, that's blue. No question. And now I have the color kind of cranked up too much. So this should be red, and it is. Okay, so what do I have here? Is a cable that is now under all kinds of things. But I do not trust this. I suppose, maybe, it could be used for the monochrome or the green. But what I'm going to do right now is, as I do with cables that I'm suspicious of or know that are dead or so, I'm going to tie it in a knot, which says something up with this. I will see if there is anything else to be done with it or not. This is, of course, the hard part, is it could be good for parts if someone else wanted to do something. Or maybe it would be good for a monochrome, like, because this monitor has a setting for monochrome. I think actually I can do it. Oh, no, that didn't do it. No, not like that. Okay, I guess it needs to be plugged into the other thing. Anyway, I will have to make note of this, and if I do pass it on to anybody, make sure that they know. Of course, I could throw it away, but I'll see about that. I will tinker a little bit more. Let me just see here. I know this has gone on for a while. Let me just check. Yeah, we're getting on. 1 0. Oh no. 4I equals 1 2. No. Sorry. 0 2 15 20 poke 5 3 2 8 0 comma I. We're going to shorten this up. Poke 5 3 2 8 1 comma I 30 4J equals 1 2 say 2 50 colon next J 40 next I 50 go to 10. So this should check all the colors on the, so we can see that in fact it is displaying color rather than not. So that is a quick program. And why did I start the loop at 0? Well, because 0 is not nothing. 0 is the setting for the black. It is. And 50. Now, I think I could have done it all the way up to 255, and it would have done the same thing, because I think that's what it does. But I'm not going to take. But anyway, there it is. I can now say, yes, the monitor is displaying color, the computer is producing color, and on it goes. So if you're interested, because I know you can't read that from here, I'll read the program one more time. Line 10, 4, I equals 0 to 15, 20, poke 5, 3, 2, 8, 0, comma, I, colon, poke 5, 3, 2, 8, 1, comma, I, 30, 4J equals 1 to 250, colon, next J. All this is a time delay. That's all it is. And that's about 1/4 of a second, roughly. 40, next I. This is a nested loop. So there's a loop within a loop. And then, of course, when it's all done, going from 0 to 15, what do? We go back to 10 and do it all again. So there, if ever you are in the midst of trying to figure out what's what, and if the video chip is working, and the monitor is working, and the cable is good, and the 64 is working, there is a quick program that you can use to say, ooh, looky. What they do sometimes in games, I'm just going to stop this, is they do things with the border and the other side to make it, dramatic. So I just changed that to, maybe I'll list it, hang on. I will list the program. I changed it so that it's going to be I plus 1 on one of the things, so they're not always going to be the same. So you can see the border. And if I change this to, say, 99, it'll do it all faster. It will. Anyway, that cable I will take out of action. It's funny because, of course, I told you there's a friend of mine, well, not a friend, a fellow I met recently, who was quite fascinating and quite marvelous. But we're not friends yet. But I'm sure we will be. I think even almost before we met, when I heard him talking once, I was like, I must go sit with this fellow. He sounds incredible. Anyway, I was going to take him a cable. And I thought, well, this one will work, but it won't. It won't do it. It won't do it. No. Anyway, so here we have a Commodore 64. I don't know what that's looking like up there, but it is testing the color capabilities of the 64, the cable, the monitor. Life is good. Now, unfortunately, I have to find another 5-pin cable around here so that I can properly test, well, both of these 64s. I was going to do this other one, but anyway, without a 5-pin cable, I can't. Do I know where one is? Yeah, I think I do. But can I get to it right now? No, I can't. So, let's see.
Others can't help you now.
Well, probably true. There's nobody here. Well, thanks for coming. As you can see, of course, the desk is filling up and I have to do something about that. But, of course, if I didn't have these extra things right handy, I wouldn't have been able to figure all this stuff out right here, right now. Does that make sense? I suppose. Do I really need to clear the deck and have the, or as they say, the bench empty before each machine? Yes, I do. I do indeed. But not today. So, one last word of wisdom.
Now is a good time to run.
Yes. And so, I shall run. Thank you very much for being here. Stay tuned. Many more videos to come. Questions and comments are more than welcome. If you notice, I have recently, because somebody said, how can we get in touch with you? I said, I've recently started putting my contact information in all the descriptions of a variety of places, and as everybody says, which I never say, if you like this video, press like. If you like it a lot, press subscribe. And there's another lady, and she always says, something like, thanks for coming to my channel, or welcome to my channel, because this, you know what, this could be the first video you've watched. So, if it's the first one, welcome. There are hundreds more that have already been done. If you search, you can find them. And there will, chances are, be hundreds more. Anyway, enough. It is time to run.